Hi all, short one today about operator precedence. It's short but it's important. I just marked a whole lot of second year Python exams where about a third of people lost easy marks because they didn't get this stuff right. Okay. So let's have a look at this expression here. Okay, and this is exactly like the exam question that I had that the second years didn't get right. So let's see if we can drum this into you guys better. Okay, so what is 4 plus 4 times 5? Okay, so this is a times sign, this is a plus sign. Do you remember from school that you should do the multiply before the plus? Okay, well, JavaScript didn't forget that message from primary school. So the answer will be 4 times 5 is 20 plus 4, which is 24, rather than 4 plus 4 times 5, which would be 8 times 5, which is 40. The answer is 24. Okay, multiply is always done before addition. It's been that way since people have been doing maths on paper for hundreds and hundreds of years. Okay, what we call this is operator precedence. Which operators which operations are carried out first. Okay, and we have some defined rules. Now, if you want to beat those rules, that's why we have parentheses in our mathematical expressions. So if we really wanted 40, we could say do the plus first. We could group these 4 and 4 together. We're around the plus. Make sure we do that first before we then multiply by the 5. So that's where parentheses appear in mathematical expressions and in programming expressions. Okay, so while we're here, let's learn how to call these things the right things. These ones, the simple curved, let's call them brackets, are correctly called parentheses. The ones that are much more elaborate and curly are often called curly braces or just braces. It's enough to say braces because nothing else is called a brace. And these ones are the only ones you can really call brackets, but we're often referring to them as square brackets. Okay, so I prefer to use just parentheses, braces, brackets. Okay. Please learn the names of the characters so that you can actually communicate with other programmers. Learn the difference between a colon and a semicolon, learn what an ampersand is, what a circumflex is. These are all things that we use in programs all the time, and if you want to talk to other programmers, you've got to know the names of these things. Okay, so basically what is the precedence of all our operators? Well, addition and subtraction go together. They have the same fairly low precedence. Anything which is like multiplication or division beats all of the things that are plus and minus. So plus and minus are the same, all of these are the same, and then what beats them is the 2 asterisks, which stands for raising something to a power. So 3 asterisk asterisk 2 is 9, 3 squared, okay? And then to beat all of those, we have parentheses. Okay, so this should be pretty much the same as what you learned in school in mathematics. Of course, you probably didn't think in school about all the other operators you learned and what their precedence was. Okay, now lower than all of those math operators come the relational operators. Okay, so the lowest of these are equals and not equals, and then beating them, but all the same, are the less than or equal to, greater than or equal to. Okay, and then there's still some more operators. What do we have? We've got the logical operators, and these come below or all of the above. Okay, so and actually beats or, and all together we have parentheses, then all the arithmetic operators, relational operators, and logic operators. Why do you have to know all this? Well, if you're going to read someone else's code, you've got to understand what it's going to do. And if someone writes an expression that mixes up all of these operators, as I do, as experienced programmers do, then you need to interpret exactly what's going to happen and what is going to happen first. And then you'll be able to write using fewer parentheses because you'll be certain of what you're going to get. Okay, so if you put in lots of parentheses to make sure that you get exactly what you want, you're showing that you're not quite sure of these rules, and people will notice. So that's it. Short message, but important.